Welcome back to Beyond the First Response. It's Christy Lister here.
This year dueling the dread.
How the heck are you?
I'm good. It's been a bit, but gotta take breaks in life, right?
That's right. It happens. Breaks
Yeah.
are good.
Mm-hmm.
Breaks are good. We were just, I took a video of a squirrel celebrating early.
There's so many things I could say.
I know. Check it out on my social media because I'll probably post it there later.
Mm-hmm. Do it. It's good. I didn't know squirrels' tails did that.
I didn't know either. He's gone now, so he's done.
He's tapped.
Yeah. But squirrels tend to be like a fall animal, even though they're here year round. They're preparing to nest. So they're gathering their nuts.
Oh no, here we go again.
Oh no. No. But it really brings on a good conversation of holidays are coming up.
Yep.
And with holidays coming up in any family, it's really stressful.
Yeah.
But when you've got families that are already full of chaos and struggles,
Mm-hmm.
you sometimes get beyond overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And
or you just may not even want to do it.
Right. Right. I don't ever want to, I'm cool never celebrating anything again. Except I like watching my kids open presents and eat turkey and sit by their cousins who they, talk to just on holidays.
Right.
But regardless, it changes when life, one, as you're getting older, it changes, but when it changes even more after something in your family happened, whether it be divorce, whether it be a loss of a family member, whether it be, and that loss doesn't have to be tragic. It changes because that's what life does every day.
Well, even for our new to the force, new to, firefighting, even those listeners, your holidays may look different now because you're not with your family. You have now honorably and heroically decided to dedicate your life to serving your community, which we need. But that means that your family does sacrifice, whether it's your wife and your kids or your mom and your dad. Like that comes with the territory of the job.
It does. And so people that are just starting out, I'd like to believe are prepared by your department, your station, your whatever, to say, okay, hope you enjoyed your holidays.
Right.
You're not going to see that until you are really high up in seniority again.
Right.
But your family does come in and understands that. So don't, as difficult as it can be, you feel like you're missing something, your family understands.
I will say a healthy family dynamic understands. Like, and I'm not saying that people are everybody out there is unhealthy, because I get at the same time, you just want them home. I get that. Right. But a healthy family dynamic says, that's your job. We chose this together. You chose this and I support you, however it may look for you. That is the healthy dynamic where they understand. That's not always the case.
No.
But
you can prepare for that. Yeah. That's a different dynamic.
Yeah.
But you can prepare for that because you already know in advance. Like holidays aren't going to be great.
Yeah.
Why? Well, whatever that why is in your family. But there's ways to overcome that and make new traditions. And we don't all like to be around our family all the time. And sometimes it's better not to, right? Because every time you've been with them, it's been a miserable experience, or, family and holidays, politics and religion. They're kind of one and the same. Just don't talk about it.
What is the meme? It says, I know a way to not have to buy Christmas presents this year. Bring up politics and religion at the Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
And you're set.
That's perfect.
Yeah. I don't check them off.
But people become very lonely in that time anyway, for whatever reason, because, Hallmark holidays and holidays in general, people have been taught, well, it's bringing people together.
Yeah.
Yes, I do cry at the commercials too. It's ridiculous, but I don't care. I'm like, why am I still crying? It's 25 years old. It gets me every time. But it's because it brings up that feeling of something you may be missing or something that was happy as you're sitting there by yourself.
You know, I will say, since Matt died, I have set my boundaries even before I was healthy about the holidays because, like things changed and it wasn't so much more about spending time with the family. Like it was, but it wasn't. Like I remember my first year in my house, we didn't do anything. It was just us.
Yes.
Ryan, Danica, and I, and we stayed in pajamas all day. I have a picture of Danica with all of her Christmas presents, and it looks like it's a lot, but it's just a lot of clothes because she's a girl, and she's sleeping on top of it, because we got up at the butt crack of dawn and we opened presents, and then we stayed in pajamas all day. And it's not that I didn't miss family; it was sometimes that's just needed. Like I spent my childhood on Christmas Day running here, 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 because it was you have to do this. It's the holidays. And it didn't make it a healthy experience, so to speak.
No, because you're running around. It's stressful. It's
Yeah.
adding
Even for a
stress.
little kid.
Yeah, it's stressful. You're tired. You're getting cranky. I have to get back in the car. All I want to do is just sit and play with that toy I just unwrapped,
Right.
and I haven't seen grandma and grandpa for a year and goodbye.
Yeah. We got to go to the next stop,
Yeah, we
especially
do.
a child of divorce. Like I never had, my parents were always divorced. So they weren't, they're all
Constantly get divorced.
they, they divorced when I was still a baby. So I always had that separation, and it was always just, and coming from like large families too. And it like now I have a healthy boundary of, no, this is what I would like to do. And I mean, I'll be honest, last year completely sucked because we were one of those families sitting in the airport because
Oh,
Danica was flying. So
yeah.
we spent Thanksgiving in the airport or Christmas in the airport.
You,
But
along with the thousands of others that were stuck.
right, especially in the Reno airport because it's, such a large airport for all these people to be stuck in.
Yeah,
But there was some peace to it too, if that makes sense.
it
Like,
does. But that's you finding that happiness in the solace of change.
yes.
And when you finally are able to do that, there's joy in that.
Oh,
Even
absolutely.
though it might be, we did the same thing when Ken died. People are like, well, are you coming over for Thanksgiving? Are you coming over for Christmas? I'm like, we're going to make our own tradition. I'll let you know. And it was going to be completely up to us. And we really didn't do much different other than not go there. uh, I, we always
Still
did.
same food.
Yeah, it is. I just made it all.
Yeah.
And it was good.
Mhm.
That doesn't happen very often.
Stop.
But at the end of the day, we still, sit in pajamas all day. I do make them like for Christmas, I make them wait until I have my cup of coffee before they open their gifts. And I have to have the fire going. And I have to put this casserole in that I've been making for them like for years. Like they would not go over to Ken's house Christmas Day until I made the casserole. I'm like, Dad can make that. Oh,
I love that
oh.
though.
Yeah. I'm like,
That's
hey.
that's not
But,
like that's a healthy tradition. Not that there's unhealthy, you know what I mean, what I'm trying to say
oh, there's
there.
some unhealthy traditions.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah. Okay.
A lot.
Okay.
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 Anyway,
I mean, I hate Thanksgiving. I mean, it has been and it doesn't just stem from that. Like it's there's just been Thanksgiving has just always been a traumatic event for me. Like for one way or another, I just have never been a Thanksgiving person. And as I said today, Thanksgiving 2019 was when I realized that Matt was a totally different person. And then he wasn't here for 2020. But so like Thanksgiving is just not my holiday. Like, and
yeah.
it's so hard because it's Ryan and Danica's like favorite. Like they love all the food of Thanksgiving. They would eat it like 3 or 4 days afterwards. They love Thanksgiving dinner. And I'm like,
Ugh.
oh, I could totally just not eat at all on Thanksgiving. But as you said, we started a totally new tradition when we moved up here. We have Thanksgiving with my neighbor that I've become good friends with. And it's so fun. Like, it's not like we all sit down and eat dinner together, but like we're all just kind of like, excuse my language, but don't give a fuck. Like, hey, we're all here together. It doesn't matter. Ryan smokes a turkey and her daughter bakes a turkey, and they change their recipes every year to
I
see
love
who
it.
makes the better turkey. Like, it's like a cook off. And then like her son's girlfriend, her favorite piece of Thanksgiving is mashed potatoes. So we buy the Costco mashed potatoes, and that's what we have. We don't make fresh ones just to piss her off because she loves because we're just a modge podge of
Yeah.
like people that just don't do the whole big celebrating. And I'll be honest, it totally starts with mimosas and Bloody Marys and football. Like, that's how it starts. And then it ends with wine and Cards Against Humanity.
Oh God, that is the best.
But like it makes me also enjoy Thanksgiving, where I have not had happy Thanksgivings.
It's camaraderie. It's not watch your P's and Q's.
Right. It's just, you're allowed to be you. You're allowed to be loud, fun, entertaining, eat the
There's no kids
goddamn
table.
Costco mashed potatoes.
Hey,
No, and this year is my first year spending Thanksgiving with Danica since 2017. That was my last Thanksgiving with Danica, because in my divorce, I was like, or maybe I spent 2018. I don't remember. I just have never been, it was just not okay, I want Thanksgiving. I'd rather do Christmas. I'd
yeah,
rather, I just don't like Thanksgiving. So it was never
yeah.
a big deal.
You don't like pumpkin pie?
Yeah.
Pumpkin
Okay.
pie.
I love pumpkin bread and I love pumpkin cookies. I don't really like pumpkin pie.
I just like the center of it. I don't need the crust. I
Oh,
just
see, and I
want
like the
the pumpkin
crust.
part, the filling.
Okay, Danica. She should see when we buy the Costco ones, like she cuts out like the middle and like we'll eat that. You're
Oh,
like,
yeah. And
she
they're
loves it.
so big.
So big for seven. That's what she
Hey,
said, for seven
Costco,
ninety nine.
call me. I'll give you my address and I'll take a couple pies.
But no, I mean, and that's just the thing. Like the holidays, you have to find the good, right? Like we
Yeah.
talked, you have to find the good in it, but you also have to have your healthy boundaries where, like for you first responders out there that are working, that morning, you can say, you know what? No, I don't want to go to your house, to your house, to your house. And that's okay, because you're already tired, right? You're already exhausted. God knows what you've seen that day, because what Thanksgiving is also like one of the most deadliest days, right? Like that weekend
Yeah,
altogether.
I believe so.
Like I believe it's like one of the most. It's like, and I know like a lot of holidays are more deadly than like New Year's, because so much free rides are offered for New Year's, but
Yeah.
it's not there for the other holidays. I
Well,
mean, and
it's really deadly for the turkeys.
that's right. Them sons of bitches.
I tell you. A new study looked and reported road fatalities and suggested that Thanksgiving may be the deadliest.
So I thought.
Yeah.
And I know it's, as Matt used to say, Thanksgiving was the deadliest holidays for murders. There was always multiple murders on Thanksgiving. And
Is that because somebody got the last leg?
it's literally family
I,
fighting. It literally is.
it's putting
Not
family
even
together
joking.
that shouldn't be together to begin.
Right. Exactly.
Sense.
And I always thought it was so crazy until like we started dating and he worked on Thanksgiving, and I was like, shit, 5 murders? Are we kidding right now? And no, okay, well, I guess I'll see you on another day.
It's yep, but that's what they have to deal with. So that's gonna make holidays not the best thing for families that you know deal with that every day.
Right.
So things that you can do to overcome that, make your new tradition for yourself. It doesn't have to be on Thanksgiving, right?
Mhm.
But be thankful.
Yeah. Find the good.
Yes. Find the good, you know, and just take that moment in because the good can only be a couple split seconds.
Mhm.
But when you replay that good over and over and over again in your head, like, wow, it'll make you smile.
Mhm.
And when you smile, it makes everything else feel better,
Right.
you know?
Yep. And setting those healthy boundaries,
Yeah.
whether you're with family or even with just friends, a healthy boundary for the holidays is a key component.
Practice the word no.
Yes. Ooh, I need to do that.
Yeah. We've talked about it before, but that's okay. I take rest. But practice because no is a very powerful word.
Mhm.
And it's okay to sit in silence in these things, like sit back and watch, especially when you start working on yourself and becoming healthier inside. Sitting back in silence and watching, you learn so much about people that they don't realize about themselves.
Right. And then if you feel that, or you have decided that you have to spend that time with your family and you're going to come off your shift, I encourage you to take 20 minutes, 15, give yourself some time between shift and family to decompress, because don't take that home too, right? Don't take what the day brought home, because then you just add to the emotions of the holiday. Especially if you're not really wanting to celebrate it, but you're you have a boundary that is your wife's boundary or so and so's boundary, that says no. This year we're gonna do this. Last year we didn't do this. Because right, you have to do that too, because
You
that's
do.
a relationship. You have to give and take. So take that time though for yourself, so that way you can decompress. And even if it wasn't a bad shift, take the time and decompress. You need
Uh,
it. You
you
deserve it.
should decompress every day on the way home from work,
Right.
no matter what you do. Family, I know that like if you're an at home parent, decompressing at home is a little bit more difficult, especially with young kids, because you don't really get that opportunity a lot of times. But go sit outside,
Mhm.
go sit in your garage,
Yep.
hide, lock the door. They're going to come in the bathroom, so that won't help. It's like the phone
Right.
rings, it's the confessional in my house every time I go to the bathroom, even the dogs. Like
Oh, absolutely.
all
All of
that.
them sitting there.
Yeah. So find a place that they can't see you. Say I'll be right back and just go stand outside and take in
Yeah.
the air, ground yourself, put your feet on the ground,
Mhm.
find that rock under your shoe. It's going to be a little bit colder for Thanksgiving for us this year. We've been in the 60s for the last like week and a half. So this is
Same. Mhm.
unusual for us.
Right.
And I think it's going to be in like the 40s.
Yeah, I think we
So,
dropped too. We've been
yeah.
warm, and then we get cold.
So make a new tradition
Mhm.
each holiday. Like a gratitude is a huge way year round to re, retrack your brain
Right.
to stay positive.
Mhm. And especially, I mean, it's not been an easy year for anybody, right? Like, I feel like if there wasn't something that made it hard, it was multiple things that made 2023 hard. We keep saying, oh, next year is going to be better. I feel like it just gets worse. But try not to be negative.
Right.
So take your holiday and take your time through your holiday too. Like, slow down, don't rush, don't. And if you don't want to go here, here, and here, like, make compromises, communicate, open up, like, be vocal about what you want. I mean, I'm like you, Christy. For Christmas, I love giving. I love searching for that gift for someone that, when they're going to open it up, they're going to go, "Ah, like, oh, I really love this. Like, you took time to really think about this." That's me.
You do.
And okay. And Ryan's mom was like, "How about we just not exchange gifts?" And I'm like, "Oh,
A
no."
lot of families do that.
But we compromised, and we're going to do the where you draw names. What is
Yeah.
the white? Not white elephant.
No, not white elephant. That's you give them a gift. Which, by the way, I've got 3 white elephants in my kitchen. Elephant gifts that my friend thought would be funny to give me. I'm like, I'll show you. And they're up for decoration. They've been there for 10 years.
Good.
Yeah.
But we're doing that instead. Like it was a compromise. So
Yeah.
that's part of that communication of what you want and what other people want and having to compromise, because whether you're a first responder or not, you have to compromise in life or you just live a very sad life. So compromise too.
And give yourself an opportunity to just take in that moment and give yourself grace for not wanting to be around people or needing, if you need to be around people, give yourself that grace.
So to also take a break.
Yes. Yes. In the middle, that's, I will go and I will just go stand outside at family events just to get away. Or I'll go sit in the corner with my drink just to not have to interact sometimes.
Oh yeah,
Because I got to
absolutely.
bite my tongue sometimes, more times than not, because they don't get me.
Yeah, right. Let's be honest, I don't spend any holidays with my family anymore. They're all in Southern Nevada anyways, but I don't spend any holidays with
But
them.
that brings up a good point. Just because they're family doesn't mean
You got to
you
spend a
will
holiday with
always
them.
love them because they're your family. So there's that connection, but doesn't mean that they're healthy in your life.
That's why we do Thanksgiving with our neighbor, because she's our family and like her kids are our family and we're all family and it's fun and it's healthy and there's no drama and there's
Yeah.
there's no
Or
connect
smiles.
forced connections, period. Like just
So I'm so happy I'm here to see you guys. How have you been?
so happy.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Mhm.
I practice before I go.
I can see that
Yeah.
in the mirror too, huh? So you
Yeah.
can read your face. I would have to practice in the mirror because my face says everything.
I think I'm good sometimes. Well, it depends because I can do it and then be like, oh God, I'm about to burst out. How long can I hold this?
But that's where you take your breaks. Like you said, you
Yes.
go and you just go, okay, I need to separate myself.
Simple, easy ways to do it.
Mhm.
Find a dessert you like, find a drink you like. Everything else, make sure you find time to sit back and take it all in. If you're not comfortable where you're at, that means that next time, new tradition.
Yep.
And don't be afraid to walk out and say, thanks, I'm leaving.
Right. It's my
You don't
time to
have to
go.
justify. Yeah, you don't have to justify why. Why do we do make excuses when we want to get out of a situation?
Oh,
Holidays
absolutely.
especially.
Hmm.
I was doing that. I was doing that before. It's like the kids, it'd be every other holiday with my family, when the kids would go with their dad one. And I would be like, I'm so sorry, I'm not gonna be able to make it. I'm tired.
I'm tired. I'm so tired.
I'm tired. And I would
Mhm.
sit there or go to friends, whatever. But I would
Mhm.
make excuses. I don't need to tell you why I'm not coming.
Right.
I'm choosing
You're
not
a
to. That's why.
grown adult. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're allowed to not have to spend time with family.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Family.
Family. Yeah. Family.
Family.
And remember with the weather change, because the seasons, the holidays, especially in the fall, winter, calm weather change comes seasonal
Depression.
depression
Mhm.
disorders. I call them happy lights. Do your light therapy. It makes a huge difference.
Wait, light therapy? What?
Well, yeah, I don't have it up here now. I've got one at my desk at work, and it's a light, and it projects a certain amount of rays. It really gives you like that feeling that you're in the sun. Huge difference.
Oh, well,
I
I
never
look.
realized when the kids were little, I would take a nap when they were babies in
Uh-huh.
the wind on a couch in front of the window with the blinds open because the sun just felt so good. I didn't realize that's what I was doing then.
Yeah. See, and I am a Danica and Ryan call me Mary Poppins because I wake up and I'm like, the world is awake. Like open all the blinds, all the shutters, like everything, because it even up until the time change, I did not. It was dark here until 7:20, 7:30 in the morning. It would still be dark, but I'd still open everything up so that way when the sun rose, I could have the sun on my face because I look out a window right here for work.
Mhm.
But I need the sun. I could never live somewhere where it just rained constantly.
No. And that's funny because I do the same thing. And then the kids be like, why do you have all the windows up? I'm like, look, I've had a stalker before. They're gonna look in anyway.
Right. They're gonna find a way.
Might as well just
I
show.
just I mean, there's got to be some healthy research about it, like opening up the blinds and, or your whatever
We need
to.
to look at that. Yeah, because it's like you open up your day. It's a fresh start every time you open
Mhm,
those blinds.
mhm.
If you keep them closed, you're shut off.
Yeah.
So our opening
That's part of
blind,
children though, like the research behind children that just sit in dark rooms all the time, how it affects their mental health. I just talked about this, and like that's one of my rules too. Like, okay, you got to open up your blinds, like even if it's just this much, and open your shutter, like open it.
yeah, open it, get going, feel there's something out there other than what you're hiding from.
Mhm.
Because we think we do hide from when we're doing that, we're trying to hide from the world,
Something, yeah.
whatever's going on inside. And
Right.
remember that the holidays bring out the worst and the best in people.
Yep.
So don't let whatever people are doing or how they're reacting affect you celebrating the way you want to celebrate. Always look for the good. Get up and move.
Notice the world around you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially those like those two I feel always go hand in hand, because if you recognize the good, you're noticing the world around you, like the world around you could be the good and you're just totally missing it because you're not recognizing it.
Yeah.
So put those together and recognize the word no and how beautiful it can be.
No can be a very positive word.
It can be. It doesn't have to be negative. Just regardless of how it has been spun to society now. No can be a very positive and healthy word.
Yep. And energy management.
Yep.
Breathe.
I will say something on that. Let's add to that. I have noticed more and more and more that like health, like gyms that are typically like coach based, not just the 24-hour ones, that always have something on Thanksgiving morning. And I think that that's so amazing because you can still get up and move and do something healthy before your day. So you get that
Energy moving.
that energy moving and that anxiety like moving through your body, and because you recognize it, to some extent. So, if you have a gym that you go to, make sure that they're open and go and do that before. It
Well,
will
you
be
think
good for you.
YouTube has a lot of stuff out there.
Yep.
So if you don't have that early morning gym,
Mhm.
YouTube has stuff out there. There's constant streaming.
Or just get up and walk.
Yes. Yes.
You can walk with me. I'll be walking on Thanksgiving Day. I think it's 6 miles.
6 miles.
6 miles.
What time? Well, we'll discuss that. We will walk.
Yeah, and anybody listening, if you follow me on Facebook, you'll see doing the walk, the I Will Listen Ruck. So, Christy, did you set up your Illinois day?
No. I need you
Illinois
to.
is, yeah, and it's 10 this year, but you can break it up. You don't have to do it all at once. You don't have to do it all at once. You can
Let's
get up
talk
and
about that. Is it 10 or just 10 recorded? Let's be
I
mindful. We should walk extra miles for the ones that we know are not recorded.
right. Well, okay, so let me pull up my
But yes, I will set mine up.
Illinois. Their average is 10 and there's 7 reported. Well, and when is this one? Okay, this was the 11th. So there was 7 reported. So you could do 7 for the ones that have passed, or you could do the average. I'm doing the average along with Joe. Just because I feel like you said, how many are not reported? So I'm gonna go with the average.
Yeah.
I mean, and just like I said on Saturday, on I walked for California 17, and we had 1 reported that morning, out of the South Bay area. So there, it's the days are out there, and like, if you wanted to do the 7 and then do 1 for Ken, like I'm doing the 4 for Nevada and 1 for Matt. And I know that there is people all over that are going to, and Danica doesn't know she's helping here, but they're doing Nevada days too, because Nevada is so spread out. And then I'm gonna have her make like a reel of like all the pictures of everybody doing the walk for Nevada.
That's
And then
cool.
like I said too, like, so even if somebody comes out and they're like, well, we want to walk an extra mile for this person, all right, like I've walked 17, what's another mile after 5?
Right. It's like nothing at that point.
No big deal.
If you can do that and you
Yeah,
have no blisters,
no, my body hurt, but
that's okay. It gets
it's
better.
minor pain.
But it really is minor pain compared to you're able
Yeah,
to express that pain where others cannot.
right,
And
and
to not
that's why
have the
we
voice
walk.
say it's pain.
Hmm.
Yep. So yes, I will be doing that. You will be doing that.
Hmm.
We will be doing that. And you're not alone.
No.
Whether you've lost somebody, whether you just feel isolated in your 4 walls, misunderstood because you don't understand,
Right.
reach out.
Yeah.
Reach out, contact someone, contact us.
Yep.
But you're not alone. And we're thankful that we have listeners. We're thankful that we have uh, voices for those that don't have voices.
Right. And
And
we're thankful for the ones that share
yes,
this, so that we can continue to spread the awareness and reach more people that need to hear.
that vulnerability is a huge strength. And
Right. I
without
just
you being vulnerable,
Mhm.
we wouldn't be able to continue having conversations.
Correct. I just said it this morning. The strongest thing you can do, the bravest thing you can do is say, I need help. Can you help me? Will you listen? Any of that is by far the bravest thing you can do.
Yep.
And at the end of the day.
And I'm grateful to have the opportunity to have new people in my life and watch people grow and heal and become like this one in themselves. I'm grateful to see that.
Me too.
And I
It's awesome.
appreciate people sharing that with me.
Hmm. Yep. It makes everything we do feel that much more worth it.
Yes. And let's
100%.
remember, I mean, during these times, if you feel depressed, you feel like you want to harm yourself, 988
Hmm.
is the national. So wherever you are, 988, pick up the phone, call a friend.
Hmm.
Sometimes that 5 minutes will de escalate even the depression. Get a
Yep.
happy light.
Hmm.
We'll put a link in here. I mean, I
Happy
call them
light.
happy light. It's like therapy, but it makes me happy.
Yeah.
I get
Happy
to live
light.
in a happy light.
I get that.
Yeah. Find that one little tool that you could take wherever you are or take a moment and utilize it. Make it a habit. Use it every day. Make it a habit so that when you do start feeling worse, you're recognizing that sooner than later. And don't sit in it too long.
No. You're allowed to sit in it, just not too long.
Right.
You're allowed to also leave it
And
behind.
yes. And when you're able to do that, or when you start recognizing, having conversations, processing, getting rid of it, the darkness isn't as long as the light is.
Yep. Exactly.
Everyone have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Enjoy
Yes.
whatever tradition that makes you happy
Yep.
and at peace.
Enjoy your day.
Yes. And
Be safe.
be safe.